Hello everyone and welcome back to Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Today is Frank. We're going to learn about Farmer Frank. So like for the most part, the people we've been controlling are average Joes, like average Jeremys. Like Jeremy and Wendy, who are just people in the village. Frank is following that. He's a farmer.
Cool.
And he was one of the first person to notice that there's some shady shit going on.
Whoa.
And we also got a different weather effect now. Sunset? Sunset.
Pretty cool. I like how that light is basically blinding.
Yeah, like the way it's
Like you're standing right next to it, it's so bright.
I was trying to open the public footpath like an idiot. I'm glad you think so, phone.
Why do Max do
I
that?
messed up, Frank, but I've done my time. They shouldn't keep on punishing me.
Some folk won't let go, Reese, and they've got nothing better to do than to poke their noses into other people's business.
Wendy?
Nothing you can do about it, son.
I'm doing a good job. I'm working.
Right,
hard.
Reese, I think
I swear,
this is him
Mrs.
here.
Grace
Sitting.
thinks I'll start nicking stuff if she turns out.
He is an
All right,
ex-convict.
she's one of the good ones.
Basically, he made mistakes when he was younger.
About what she gets up to.
Okay.
None of that. You're angry about people judging you. Don't be so fast to judge others.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Keep your gob shut, your nose clean, and your head down. Do you think you can manage that?
Gob, nose, head.
Reese, he's getting a
Steer clear
hard
of that
time.
Rachel girl. If I've seen you two
because
making
of the,
eyes at each other, then so's her dad. And you don't want Sam Baker coming round after you.
Because of the
That's
village,
what that
basically,
Fox manor must
they're,
have
they're
been.
judging him. And
Yeah.
as a community, if you got on the wrong side of them, you're basically fucked socially.
That's it. And, yeah.
Frank is giving him a chance, which is letting us know that Frank is a good person, essentially.
Yeah.
He's not like, from what we've seen in Stephen so far, he's the total opposite to Stephen. Stephen is pragmatic and would probably not give Reese a chance. So that's something to keep in mind.
Fair enough. Yeah, it does look quite nice, this area.
Graphically, would you say this is your favourite one so far?
It seems to be working a bit better, to be fair. Oh, I don't know what that was. Just as I said that, the lighting engine done goof. But...
So that is a view.
A lot of detail on it.
That motion blur is really annoying me.
It's really bad.
It's like the Shawshank Redemption.
Can you see the observatory from there?
That's over the ridge, just past the windmill. You want to live near the station in case you need a quick getaway?
Something like that. So you and Steven, I'm sensing there's not a lot of love lost there, huh?
That's between him, me, and the cows.
You're gonna have to explain that one for me.
It's nobody else's business. Look, you seem all right to me. You don't want to worry about that lot in the village.
Provided I'm left alone, I'm happy. Steven's the one who likes to be at the center of things.
No change there, then.
Francis Appleton. You are a bad man. No wonder your sister won't talk to you.
Now that was an interesting conversation because you learn there that Stephen and Frank don't really like each other that much. Seems like a personal thing, which is where I get my fan theory that I think Stephen helped euthanize Mary, who's Frank's wife. That might be why there's not lots of love. And it's just nice to see that Kate getting along with Frank because, as she said, she finds it awkward talking to these people because they're not her people, they're Stephen's people.
Yeah.
She's not English, she's American. So Frank opening up to her and being friendly was it's nice to see.
Definitely.
Again, it just shows that his music's so good. Just shows that
England.
Frank's a good
Can't
person.
just stop the train, stop people travelling about the place.
So that's
I
Stephen
don't like it,
Merchant.
Frank. I don't like it at all.
And nobody likes it. No sense sweating cobs over it.
Folk all riled about it, giving me grief. I didn't stop the bloody trains, did I? And did they give me any warning? No, they bloody didn't. Yesterday, it's all like keep 'em calm, Howard, minor disruptions, and today it's all government edicts and not until further notice, and you'll manage. Half the village has vanished.
It's a couple of people, it's hardly half the village.
Oh, right now. You forget I've seen things. I was in the Falklands. I tell you, I got out the old air raid siren to test it this morning.
Air raid siren. What on earth are you going to do with one of those?
I found it in the station storeroom. Took it home, stuck it under the bed. Thought it might be worth something one day. Oh, damn it.
It's all right. It's just a nosebleed. Here, use my Yankee. It's clean.
Thanks, Frank, thanks. Been getting like a bloody drain all day.
Looks like Howard's in some trouble, and there's the tissue. So, it seems like Howard is also getting a lot of grief from people, because apparently half the village has vanished. They've been demoned away.
Christ, yeah.
I'm starving. What the fuck? I can't eat this.
I don't eat metal.
You fools! That's something I need to look at.
Yeah, it's upstairs. It's usually upstairs.
That's where all the action happens. Looks like, yeah, you're right.
How's your sister, Frank?
We've not spoken since the funeral.
Ah, I see. Well, listen, I did rather wonder if you might do me a bit of a favor and check in on her, see if she's all right.
Dr. Wade, if they dropped the bomb, there'd be no left but cockroaches and Wendy boils.
It's a bit odd, really. There's an old chap, John Coles, regular visitor at Lakeside, went walkabout sometime last night. Now it appears Mrs. Boughton has done the same.
Enid? Well, that'd be clever. They amputated her leg last week.
Yes, that's the thing. I've also got a surgery full of people with nosebleeds and headaches. The council are saying influenza, but I've been practicing for 35 years and I'm not convinced. I just wondered if you might pop by and see her.
Even if I did, do you really think she'd let me in?
Fine. Forget it. I'll see her. Leave it to me. Oh, and Frank, call the hospital and get them to collect all this stuff. It's been 8 months.
So obviously Frank hasn't spoken to Wendy because of Mary's death, which again leads credence to the theory that Stephen helped euthanize her.
Yeah, that's definitely got potential.
Do you think, just from the little you've seen of these characters, do you think that's something that he could have done if he's being pragmatic?
Yeah, potentially.
And he might have gone behind Frank's back to do it as well. Bit dark stuff. So there's nothing in there.
Everyone seems to have a lot of paint.
Is the countryside.
Love painting.
In fact, because this is quite a downbeat commentary usually for what we do.
Yeah.
I'm considering getting rid of episode titles and just calling it Chapter 1 Jeremy or something. I was so tempted to use the countryside pun, you know, for like homicide, countryside.
I hung up on Stephen. He doesn't understand. Even if he were here to experience it directly, I'm still not sure he would. There has to be a way of consolidating, of offering reciprocal amplification to the signal.
Well, that was interesting. Oh, my bloody legs! Gonna have to amputate that one. Oh god, I'm moving like Wendy. Come on. That's the thing. It got, like I said, it got a lot of criticism for moving too slowly because the game does not tell you that if you hold the R2 button, you start picking up speed.
But even then, it's not a lot.
It's pretty ridiculous.
You should be able to run if you want to.
Pump those fucking legs, mate.
I don't know how quick you complete the game. You're just running everywhere, just bolting it down to the next.
That's the thing. Like it's a set area. We can probably see where we started, way over there. It wouldn't take us that long to if you ran. Take you about 5 minutes.
Probably.
Also, I'm going out of my way to find the story. See, look, there's the tree down there.
You knew.
Mm-hmm.
Wade called me in about 6 weeks after, once he thought I could cope with
Yeah,
knowing.
look.
Can I ever repay you for what you did?
She was a good woman, Frank.
The best.
You should come back to church. Back to the community. You're missed.
I hate him, Father. I can't get down on my knees and pretend otherwise. And I don't understand why you don't hate him too.
I try my hardest not to, Frank. It goes against the job description somewhat. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for. The conviction of things not seen. We have to trust him, even when his methods are hidden from view. Maybe see you on Sunday.
Now, that conversation shows that Frank knows what Jeremy did, and he's okay with it, which also kind of goes against what I said about Stephen doing it as well. Because if he can forgive Jeremy, I guess because they're blood, they're family, it's a bit harder to forgive him for that. But also, you'll notice that Jeremy in that conversation seemed to almost shy away from religion, as in it wasn't an explanation for what was happening. And you'll notice that the regular people in the village, i.e. the ones that aren't Jeremy, have all kind of turned to religion a bit. Wendy was mentioning God. Frank mentioned that he still believes in God but doesn't understand his methods.
Yeah.
All of that. So you notice this is kind of like a general shift of tone. So like Frank and Wendy clearly believe in some form of higher power, but Jeremy's starting to lose his sense of that. And you notice that especially in Jeremy's chapter where he was yelling at God for taking away everyone he loved.
Yeah.
So you kind of see, it's kind of an interesting way of telling the story. We already see the end, but the intrigue and the drama comes from how did he get to that point.
Yeah, it's a different way of approaching it. Oh yeah. It's not the game. It's not the game.
What are you doing the cross then? You want to come over here, champ? Okay, maybe not. Fuck you. I also noticed Frank's incredibly chilled out. Like even if he said like about there being a strike, Wendy would survive it, which she didn't obviously, but
Under the microscope, you could see how the light was following the cellular structure of its wings. The neural simplicity of the insects seems to prevent a full-blown infestation, so there's none of the hemorrhaging I'm seeing in the birds. But Stephen's wrong. This isn't an attack. It's a byproduct of the attempt to communicate. It's getting smarter. It's learning as it adapts. I'm confident of a breakthrough soon.
so that basically confirms that it is kind of an unknown presence. What I mean by that is it's aliens.
Spooked.
It's chaos theory. It kind of confirms that it's some kind of unknown life form. Whether it's a hive or one thing, it's trying to communicate with us, and by doing that, it's killing things. You heard then it's killed some birds. I think Harvey was getting kind of freaked out by it earlier. I think that's the tree we started at, wasn't it?
No.
Certainly was. We started up there.
I suppose so.
So you could technically just walk along here and go up that path and be done.
Oh yeah.
But we want to see the story, damn it. We want to know what's going on.
It would be such a pointless game otherwise.
What do you reckon the speed run for this game is? 10 minutes?
15 maybe. Just because of some of these bits you have to go through, but
It's all determined by the fucking running speed.
yeah. If it wasn't for that, you could do it in about 2 minutes, bro. Actually, no, the loading times would still slow you down.
Jesus Christ, this is steep.
I'm pretty sure you couldn't get up that, but
Not with that attitude. Especially because it's muddy. Oh, we're going out of the quarantine zone.
Ooh.
Ooh, naughty.
Spanky, spanky.
Have I been a naughty, naughty? Spanky bum bum. I like the effect of these blue flowers. It's like the Dementors are attacking.
Mm.
This looks so good. Oh, we're back at the train place.
We got lost.
Don't know where I'm supposed to go. Might do a fade, just because I'm not too. I think I might have gotten lost.
Just give it a second, just in case. But...
I'm gonna go back.
Okay. Well,
Fade.
you did go against the light.
Are you one of them? You went against the light. You must pay for your crimes.
Doctor Who.
Oh wait, I did go the right way. Fuck you!
Fancy seeing you here. Oh. Is everything all right, my dear?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm alright. I'm alright. It's just Robert.
Robert is Lizzie's husband, by the way.
I'm
The one,
glad to
that,
serve you.
the one that
I
is a
know
bit of a,
everybody
bit of a
thinks I'm
dick.
just a mithering old busybody, but someone has to say what everyone else is thinking. We both know that this marriage, it's not how things are supposed to be.
Are you talking about me and Robert? Or is this really about Stephen and Kate?
I suppose it is. I have to accept it. I know, but she doesn't belong here. You see that, don't you? There's a place for people, and this isn't hers.
Oh.
Well, I'm not talking about the colour of her skin. Don't look at me like that. What they do up there, it's not natural. There are some things we're not supposed to understand. I don't like her, and I don't like how Stephen is around her. He was a better man when he was with you.
Okay, George, I know it's early in the morning, but I would like to get your opinion on what Wendy just said. Do you believe... Okay, first of all, I was going to save the heavy questions until a bit later on, but I think we'll start now. Do you believe in a higher power? Do you think there is a God? And if so, what kind of God do you believe in?
I believe in me.
In the beliefs in the you.
Oh, let's get comfortable. Strap ourselves in.
It's a big thing to unpack, I know that, so if you want to take a minute just to think about it, just really give yourself some time to see what you think. And I think I'm genuinely lost. I mean, it's a beautiful place to be lost in, but I think I'll find my way when you're talking about it.
Should we start with what she said first? Because otherwise I'm going to forget. 'Cause that's how I work.
What do you mean? Oh, what I just asked you?
No, like what she just said before we go on to other stuff. Because otherwise I'm going to get confused and forget.
Okay.
You go first, because things are already going. You remind me.
Oh, you want me to start?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I misunderstood you then.
It's alright. Terrible memory.
I used to not believe in God, because I was an edgy teenager basically, and when you I think when you're a teenager you tend to be kind of adverse to that stuff because you want to seem like you're smarter than everyone else. I think that's not. I think I'm safe saying that's a general rule.
Yeah,
I don't know if you felt like that when you were a teenager.
I think it's just a big thing for everyone, really. It wasn't cool.
Like learning to be mature and accept other people's opinions is like something that you go through as a teenager. And basically, I don't know if I believe in God. I think there has to be some form of intelligence beyond ours. I don't know if I would call it God. I don't know if I would call it Yahweh. I don't know if I would call it what I would call it, if I'd call it anything. But I honestly believe there has to be something beyond our knowledge, whether it's aliens. Because on the tiniest forms of matter, there is intelligence.
Yeah.
On animals, there is, I mean, not my dog, but there is intelligence. There's intelligence everywhere around us, so I think it's not unreasonable or irrational to believe in a god.
No.
Also, it depends on what kind of god you believe in. Do I believe in a bitter, angry god who, like, created life, but ultimately created life to serve him and to worship him? And you have to be a pretty spiteful god or a spiteful creature to be like that. That's the pessimist in me. The optimist in me likes to believe that God created us with the idea that we were to be in his image and do good. I don't know. That's the thing. There's too many different variables.
Yeah, if you're going even just like the Christian side of God.
So he managed to get the transfer
And the
to
Bible.
the observatory then?
No, so you've got two different gods just in the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he says they're getting married.
I don't believe in the the Old Testament. I think if you're going to use that, the light. Sorry, God.
No.
Cultural context is important.
People.
Yeah.
Expect they do things differently.
You wanna come in for a cup of tea?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, for Christ's sake, woman, it's been 8 months. Won't you just come in and talk?
Well, you didn't want to talk when Mary was still alive. You and Charlie Tate out drowning your sorrows when you should have been at home nursing your wife.
You can be a nasty old bird, Wendy Boyles.
Frank Appleton, you come back here and say that again. Our mother always said you were a bad egg. You'll come a cropper, you mark my words.
So,
yeah,
I don't know if also you've got to take into consideration Catholicism and Christianity are two different versions of God.
All others as well.
I don't.
It's a very hard thing to kind of grasp and even know what you understand or want to understand.
Or that's the thing. Another argument for God is that even if he is real, we're not meant to understand what his designs are. We're not meant to understand destiny and all of that. I think that's a bit too convenient of an answer, to be honest. But enough about what I think. I want to hear what you think.
Yeah. Well, once again, when I was younger, there wasn't really anything.
Thanks, Frank. That should get it out of the way.
Pretty much all of it.
I
It just seemed too.
It just died on.
I don't know. Some of these things are
Give it
too
another
complex
go.
to kind of comprehend, really.
Would you mind explaining to the audience
I only
why
just put petrol in it
you've
as well.
suddenly
Robert's
had to take
taken
an
the
interest
other
in
car
it?
into
Not had,
town.
but what circumstances led you
Promised
to
to be back this
look into
morning.
it more recently?
I think he's off on another bender.
Oh, I can't
Originally,
face it all the
was when
time,
I got
Frank. He's
with
not
my
a
partner
child.
Sarah. She's more religious
What's going
than
on,
I am.
Lizzie?
Nothing.
Well, she was at the time.
You're seeing
She
Stephen again, aren't
she
you?
believed in God and all of that
You two
when I
can't
first met
keep
her.
pithering on
But
like
I think
this.
she always has.
If Robert hasn't already worked it out,
She's
he
the
soon
exception
will.
to our
Not
teenage
if
rule.
he carries on drinking the way he is.
And I don't know. She didn't.
Pardon my French, but bloody.
Not necessarily convince me. She never
Why
tried to
won't
make me
it
believe or anything like
start?
that.
Come on, I'll give you a lift.
It was more. I don't know. It just kind of seemed nice in a way. Not the whole like pray. She used to pray every evening and that kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she still do it now?
Not as frequently, but she will do. I don't know if she does it without not telling me, but
You can do it silently, John.
I know. But like usually like before we go to bed, it's like, oh, do you want to pray with me or something?
Speaking of praying, I used to come from primary school, like 4th Street to pray.
Maybe that's what puts people off.
Yeah.
In primary schools, all you get taught is basically Christianity, and that's it. You may get told about the other ones, but that's the one you're taught about. I don't know about other, countries and stuff.
Well, it's a different thing for different places. I know in England it's no longer mandatory to teach children religion. But some people think it's a bad thing.
Frank, for God's sake, stop!
Keep back, you bastard. I know what you've done.
Where's Lizzie? Where is she? I've got to find her.
You stay away. Someone's got to warn them. Someone's got to stop it.
You can't stop it. You have to understand. You hate me, I get that. But if we don't do this, it's not just the valley, it's everything, Frank. It's all gone.
You're talking bollocks.
You can't stop it! Jesus!
You take one step closer, I'll bash your bloody skull in, I swear to God.
All right, I'm going. But if you see Lizzie, tell her to get out. There's still time. Please, Frank. For her, not me.
If you're that bloody caring, you can save her yourself.
Don't you get it? I have to stay. Someone has to be here to confirm that everyone is dead.
Frank knows exactly what's going to happen.
Yes.
He knows that Stephen's going to do it. So carry on.
Yeah. Where did I get to? Oh, praying and stuff. Yeah. There was just something kind of nice about it, really, and just a very kind of loving and friendly kind of thing. Really, it gives you a bit more hope, let's say.
Yeah.
And a less kind of bleak and dismal life kind of thing. But, you know, it's not going to lead you anywhere. Nothing's going to happen. It's if you kind of believe and think that there's something there, it can brighten up your day a lot.
Have you found it useful, personally?
More so recently, obviously, when I'm getting married and stuff, I've become a lot more heavily involved in the church. I've been talked to vicars a lot. Not like all different ones across the country. I haven't been on a vicar tour, but yeah, I've been involved with the church a bit more, and we've had like a kind of 2-hour talk about kind of religion and God with him, and it was interesting. Some of it's hard to kind of understand, and I guess that's okay. You don't have to understand it all. You don't have to believe in all of it.
Well, Karl Marx once famously said that religion is the opiate of the masses. In his model of society, he basically explained that religion is there to give the working man something to hope towards, so the rich man can benefit from his suffering.
Yeah.
That's not so much a deconstruction of religion, more of a comment on how it's used in society. He didn't say whether it was real or not. He just said religion is used as an opiate to keep people distracted.
Basically, yeah, definitely. More so a while ago, and it was massive. Everyone basically had to be religious.
Everybody went to church.
It's a different thing. Yeah, I don't quite know where I am at the moment. Still.
So you're still figuring it all out.
But yeah, I'm definitely more edging towards the side of there being something going on. I don't necessarily believe in the whole heaven and hell concept.
Do you think that's too simple? It's too simple an explanation.
Yeah. I think I'd like to think at the moment is it being more like a dream kind of state.
I had my own version of heaven, which I'll explain in a sec. But go on.
Whereas you can't necessarily feel anything, or you're not actually personal. You haven't gone anywhere. That's just too far fetched. But
do you have an awareness of the self? Do you know?
I think so.
In your version of it, do you know who you are, and do you have memories?
I think so. Yeah. I think it's just not a lot. I don't know. It's so weird.
Oh, shit, we're finished.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, that's the end of this
we'll
part.
Carry on next time. But
everyone's gone to the Rapture. We didn't even get Frank's last cutscene. Oh, well, whatever. We'll see you next time.